ETCPOW got crushed over the last few days. I'm going to talk about the price and let you know what's going on with it. A new update just came out. It was released today. I'm going to let you know how much I've made so far and is it still worth participating in this? First off, let's take a look at that price. So I'm at a 2-week chart right now, and you can see that we were 2 weeks ago at all-time highs, and it has come down over 70% right now. It's come all the way down. This is not all-time lows, but it's come down quite a bit. There is still room to go down if you want to talk about all-time lows. We're sitting at 79 cents right now. It still looks like it's going down. I have no idea where the bottom is. But if you want to talk about all-time lows, the all-time low is 24 cents. So we still have to drop down significantly more if we want to touch that. So trading volume, 172,000. There's just a lot of selling right now. I'm interested to know if a lot of claims got processed, and maybe that has something to do with the price dip. If you're interested in what actually is happening, just take a look at the comments in this video and other videos that I've made. There's a lot of speculation all over the place of what's actually happening. But we do know at least one thing's been confirmed is they are going to be listed on MEXC at some point. They announced this in early November. We're at mid-December right now. I'm not too sure when it's going to happen. I know these things do take time, but that listing is something that's coming up. One of the major things that was just released, and it was just released today, is the new update. So it's version 1.2.3 was just released a few hours ago. I'll walk you through it. It's a pretty quick setup. We're just going to be updating it. So some of the things that came out of this update is fixing a lot of bugs. And I'm wondering if syncing is going to be one of those bugs that came up, because there's a lot of people that had issues with that, including myself. So hopefully they've resolved that. Another thing to note in this update is the node registration. When you set up this node and you register it, that information is actually saved now. So you don't have to re-register it or re-enter in that information. I believe that's going to help with claims. You don't have to re-enter that information. It'll already be there and you can go ahead and claim. Now I've done the update. I haven't claimed yet. I'm a little over 60 ETCPOW. So maybe in a few days, I'll be able to test that out. Here's the big one. There's a reduction in rewards. Now, apparently this is already voted on. I'm not in the DAO, so I don't know anything about the vote, but the reduction is already in place and they're reducing the rewards by 20%. That's bringing down the rewards to 0.00128 per imported new chain segment. So that reduction in rewards is going to hurt a little bit, but it'll actually help the entire project by reducing how much you're paying out over a period of time. That might be a good thing long term. I'm sure it's pissing off a lot of people right now, especially if you've been waiting over a week for your payment. There was no mention in the claim process being changed. So if you're waiting, you'd probably still be waiting. I've only received payment out of 1 out of 5 nodes. I'm waiting on my other ones. I'll be opening up tickets if it doesn't happen any sooner. And one other thing, which is the last note for this update, is your nodes have to be updated by December 31st, 2023. So that's the last day of the year. You have to have your nodes updated. If you do not update your node, you're possibly going to lose the balance that you've already mined. But if you have a node up and running, make sure you update your node by the end of the year. As I've mentioned before, I've only had 1 claim processed. I have 4 pending right now. That 1 claim, when it came through, was actually at a decent time compared to the price right now, and I made $220. But overall, I'm in this project for $1,250. So I still have a long way to go before I break even. So is it still worth it? If you're not in the project, I would say watch from a distance right now. If you're in the project, you got nothing else to lose. If you already have a node operational, you might as well just leave it up and running. At least you can claim rewards over time and hopefully it works out. There's a few things that are happening that look kind of positive. They're definitely still active right now and they're producing updates. There's a listing exchange, which is going to allow accessibility to the token. The DEX was reviewed by Seculite. I'm not too sure who they are, but they did a third-party audit of the DEX. It seemed to have passed, so everything looks like it's okay. You have to trust the audit for what it is. I'll make sure I link that in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. Also, the prices went up. If you're doing it yourself and you're running your own node with your own hardware, the license used to be $250. Now it's $299, so basically $300. So that went up $50. They've also replenished their stock of nodes and inventory with that. They have a new node that's plug and play. It's $496. So if you're interested in that, that's available in their store. One thing that I would definitely like to see about this project that would give it more traction is a way for it to generate revenue. If there's some kind of service that you're going to be providing to the community that generates revenue, then that would make more sense. Right now, it only seems like they're getting money from people who are buying nodes and buying the NFT. So if it looks like a Ponzi and it acts like a Ponzi, the update is actually fairly straightforward. Let me walk you through that right now. Okay, so here we are on my node. I'm going to go ahead and stop the node right now. Okay, node is stopped. I can go ahead and close out of this. And I'm going to shut down the client as well. And I'm going to be checking for updates now. All right, go into updates, Windows updates. I'm going to resume my updates, check for updates. And it has one update. I'm going to let this update happen and we'll jump over to the next step. Okay, this update's now complete. I'm going to go ahead and go into the advanced options, and I'm going to pause updates to the maximum length, which is now going to be January 22nd. And I can close out of here. I can close out of here, and I'm going to do a quick restart. Just going to go up to the adjust time, and we got the synchronized clock option over here. Just going to select that and let it boot it up. Looks good. We can go ahead and close that now, and I'm going to launch my node. Okay, and now we want to check for an update. So I'm going to click on the check update button over here. You can see that we have a new version. I'm going to say yes to this, and I'm going to let it install. Okay, it's downloaded successfully. Click on OK, and now we're going to apply the update. Okay, it's been applied. We just need to restart the application. So we'll shut it down, and we're going to launch it again. Okay, you can see that the version is 1.2.3, which is the correct one. Just going to check for updates, make sure everything's good. We're using the latest version, and now we can start the guest client. It says node registered, which is good. This was different from before. So we can go ahead and click on the current ETCPOW, which is going to launch our node. And that's pretty much it. So we have our node up and running. Everything seems to be okay right now. So I'm still interested to see where this goes. I'm following it. I'm not spinning up any more nodes. I'm not investing anything more until I see what this project actually does. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm really interested to hear what you have to say. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next one.